It doesn't have anything to do with, once you are not a Muslim, it's none of your business. Stop suffering from Islamophobia. That's what they say. But we all know that the political Sharia in Nigeria, it is never about morality. It is never about Islam. It is completely about control, subjugation, and the rest of that. And if you are, or if you have been anywhere where they have tried to convince some of you, typically in that contraption Nigeria, in southern part of Nigeria, if you ever kind of find yourself in the midst of those who claim to be moderates, those who claim to be non-fanatics, explaining to you what Sharia means, you must reject it with every fiber in you, every vein in you. You must. Do not listen to them. Do not give them any chance to even try to explain it to you, because they are as fraudulent as the fanatics that are pushing it. All they need is for it to first start. And the moment it starts, then slowly and steadily, they'll begin to spread and spread their tentacle until it becomes a crisis. So in Ekiti, consider that those who pushed the agenda, they had an ulterior motive of whatever it is that they intend to achieve by pushing the narrative that, a Sharia court in Ekiti was a settling matter, marriage matter. That's how they started in northern Nigeria. Today, we know better. So to those of you who are smart enough, are working, right? In Yoruba land, there will be no Sharia that these fanatics are pushing. And if you actually see the tone to which they are saying it, you can tell these are a bunch of hypocrites that can hide behind religion to perpetuate all kinds of, evil. That is why with every blood in you, with every vein in you, right, you must use everything within you to reject it. Continue to reject it. Don't let anybody use any takia on you. The idea of their Sharia is evil, and it will remain evil. It is not about Islam. It is about control. And you must never, for any reason, support it, ever. Listen to the tone of this lunatic from Osun.
Wọ́n bi adájọ́ àgbà léèrè láyé Arẹ́gbẹ́ lóṣogbo mẹ́wọ́n ti bi léèrè wípé wáyé àbíkọ̀tù àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe rè títa àwọn Christian rè ti magistrate àbí nǹkan títa àwọn Muslim kan kí adájọ́ àgbà sọ ó ní kò sí ẹni tó wá ń béèrè gómìnà tí ń béèrè ní àtúndé òfin sí ò béèrè ẹbí everybody léèrè kò sí lọ́ọ̀yà náà tó bá mọ̀ nípa òfin yìí ó tọ́kọ̀ òfin yìí ó yóò sọ pé àìbéèrè wa ni tó bá wá dípa wá béèrè ọ̀nàrẹ́bù kan wá takò wá ní house ó tún jẹ ipò kankan mọ́ tí ó tó ọ̀nàrẹ́bù èyí tó sì jẹ yóò sì dàrú bó ṣe gómìnà kò ní kú òbí tọ́wọ́ àwọn èyí tí sì ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ yóò bàjẹ́ ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá rí ọ jẹ́ tó bá takò ètò ìgbésí ayé tí a tàbí ń jẹ́ mùsùlùmí ẹnu wọn bá tẹ́ gẹ́kù tọ́sẹ́kù ní òfin ọlọ́run yóò da ẹni tó bá rí òkú nù dáadáa ní ọ̀ràn rẹ̀ yóò dàrú tó bá wá fẹ́ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ káyé rí ọmọ dá ipò rí ọmọ pọ̀ sí bó ṣe gómìnà bó ṣe ọ̀nàrẹ́bù bó ṣe lọ́yà bó ṣe ẹni tó rí ọ jẹ́ dáadáa rí ọmọ pọ̀ sí mọ́tàkó ìfẹ́ ọlọ́run wọ́n ti gé tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́tàkó ìtọ́lọ́ yọ̀ǹda fún wa orí ọ̀fẹ́ tíá àti lè ṣàdáyanrí Christian pẹ̀lú kóòtù ẹ̀ a lè ṣàdáyanrí oníṣẹ̀ṣe pẹ̀lú kóòtù ẹ̀ sí kò wáyé wọ́n ṣàdáyanrí ìtawà àwọn ajẹ́ bí ìwé èrè àbí ó sì lóyè rí pé mùsùlùmí kan orí ẹ̀ lé pé ó lè gbọ́n tí mò ń wí iye kóun náà máa yarí kẹgbẹ́ tí bá ń bẹ lórí ìjọba tí a bá gbé síwájú rẹ̀ tó bá takò àwọn tí ń bẹ ń bí ẹgbẹ́ òun tí wọn bá kó ń bẹ wọn àtò jẹ́ èèyàn mọ́ ẹgbẹ́ òun tó jẹ́ èèyàn mọ́ àfi táwọn tó takò ń bá kó wọn a lè máa jẹ́ èèyàn bí ó ṣe rí nù ẹ sọ pé tabbati yada abi lahabi wa tabba kìí bá tí ni ma hagna anhu maluhu wa ma kasaba sayasla naran dhata lahab wa imra'atuhu ammalatal hatab fi jidha abilun min masad aya yìí lọ́lọ́run fi dé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀tọ́ dánrú ẹ̀wò tó fẹ́ dìgírèsì ànábì wa Muhammad salam ìtawà náà ṣe kàyé orí mímbàrí mo ti kà mímbàrí tó pé aṣọ fọlọ́hún lọ́jọ́ kan yí pé àwọn aráàlú ń dà wá láàmú ká bá wọn tọrọ àwọn òsì tó nǹkan kan bẹ̀tù wọ́n lọ́run ló ní mímbàrí ìwọ lọ́run lọ ní mọ́sálásì àtọ̀rọ̀dọ̀ rẹ̀ fún alójó kí ilẹ̀ owó tó sùn ilẹ̀ òsìsù tó jò fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa rọ̀ ó sì rọ̀ lọ ní ìrẹ̀gẹ́ kan rọ̀ lọ́jọ́ lásán tó rọ̀ níjọ́ kejì ó tó rọ̀ níjọ́ kẹta ara sì rọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ọba tó gba àdúrà jọ̀hún ètí mo wí náà yọ gbà àmọ́ ẹni tí ọba takò wá ayé rẹ̀ ọmọ dáa subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala mursalin alhamdulillah. wọ́n bi adájọ́ àgbà. nuisance lélẹ́yìí.
So to those of you who don't understand Yoruba, okay, so that supposed affair was talking about an experience or an exchange or exchanges between, a supposed lawyer or a judge and then a governor in Osun State, which is lying. You can tell, but that's how they do it. Do you know that there is a part of Islam that actually allows you to lie? It is true, you are allowed to lie. And that's why it is called taqiyya. You can make up lies in defense of your religion. Honestly. No offense to those of you who are Muslims watching me. No offense, but you know what I'm talking about is true. You are allowed to lie in defense of your religion. You are allowed to. So he said a scenario played out. A governor was asking the judge, right, in terms of practically saying Aregbe Mugbo Baba Kabiru was asking a judge that how come the traditionalists, they have their own court, the Christians have their own court, but the Muslims don't have their own court. Baba, do you have any courts in Nigeria? Or in Osun State? Do you have any court in Osun State where the traditionalists are the owners and the judges and the rest? Do you have anything like that? Do you have any court in Osun State where the court is owned by Christians? So that's why he said, but the Muslims don't have their own courts. So are they mad people? Like our Yahweh Abi. Alhaji Wahab, he said no. Abba, Alhaji, what do you call taqiyya? Okay, I'm not saying in the Quran, but in your religion, there's something called taqiyya. And taqiyya is what? Is to lie. Pretend that to present yourself like in a dubious way so that you can get wherever you want to get. Is that not what you call taqiyya? No? Okay. But that mofo was lying there. Because there is either, number one, the supposed event never happened, but is addressing his own congregation, telling them that. So they, Muslims, they don't deserve to have their own court. That there is no way that if he tells those Muslims who are sensible, they are supposed to be angry. And listen, if you are a politician, that if we bring this thing before you, that we need our own Sharia courts, and you stop us, you will see what will happen to you. If you are a lawmaker, we will make sure that, right, you will become nothing, and you will never become anything after this. If you are a governor, don't worry. You antagonize us. You won't give us our court, Abi. You will see what will happen to you. It is always with this level of threats, aggression, and the mix of lies. You see that particular one? Watch out for him. People should watch out for him, and I am actually watching out for him too, because what you have in Yoruba land, right, is a legal system that actually represents everyone's interest. But somehow, these ones believe that they are supposed to, they are supposed to have their own. And a day is coming that they will be in the majority and they will have whatever they deserve or they desire. But with what we have seen from northern Nigeria, we will continue to resist it. Inshallah. We will continue to educate the people. Why? The idea behind this, by all means, is evil. There is nothing progressive about it. Nothing. Because, number one, Yoruba land is not an Islamic republic or Islamic region or what have you. It's also not a Christian region. It is a place where the freedom of religion is genuinely, right? It's genuinely practiced to the latter. It is a place where you can be wherever you want to be without fear of favor. It is called, I think, without fear of favor. You know? So we must keep it that way. And those who are pushing their political Sharia, political religious agenda must always be kept, they must be kept at bay. They won't stop. And those who are funding them, they are also likely not going to stop. But the only thing we must never forget is that their intention is never for anything good. It is selfish. It is all about control. And we have seen it in northern Nigeria. We have seen the effects of that. We have seen the hypocrisy of it. So it's going to really, really be hard for them, right, to push it successfully in Yoruba land. Now, talking about the imbalance in the system, anyway, the visible one, is the fact that Nigeria is still surviving today. You see, when anyone tells you that Nigeria is not breakable, they're not saying that simply because they love Nigeria. No. I see, there's actually no real person who loves Nigeria. If all of us want to be honest, the idea of loving Nigeria is a man-made one. Genuinely, there is nobody that loves Nigeria. The only people that pretend to love Nigeria are those who are currently benefiting from it, ripping it off, looting it, or benefiting from the looting. But we are more loyal to our own tribes and then ethnics. That one is what some people would deny. You know, I want Nigeria to be great, Ironian. They actually want Nigeria would be great if their own people, by chance, they are the ones in power. So the moment they are not in power or benefiting from the sharing of that power, Nigeria can go to places. So now, Nigerians, put it that way, they are more loyal to their tribe and their ethnic, so to say. Some are even more loyal to their religion than they are to Nigeria. So the real loyalty or patriotism for Nigeria doesn't really exist. So people feel more attached to their tribe, their ethnic, than they are to Nigeria. Nigeria can burn. But if anything happens in anybody's region, it's like it hits home more. Because Nigeria's existence is based on the robbing the Peter to pay Paul arrangements. If that changes, it will further show to you how much people have been pretending to be of the same country. It will will explain to you how much we have been lying to ourselves. So take, for instance, their tax reform debate. It has exposed even more, right, what some people from especially the Southerners, the way they have, over the years, they have been seeing the Northerners, as well as how the Northerners have been seeing the Southerners. All right? So to Southerners, when they have the chance of saying it, they will tell you The North is a parasite that contributes almost nothing, but takes so much from the rest of the country. And whatever it is that is given to the North is squandered. And the North continue to put Nigeria on the map of the poverty capital of the world. So if they are upset with the new sharing arrangements called the tax reform, whatever, so they should take it that way, or we should break up. Let's break up this place. There are Southerners who have already said that if they try anything, to them in the North, they are pushing the agenda of, this is a bad market, Muslim ticket. Now, it's like shooting yourself on the foot. And they are bragging openly that the power will never go back to the South again, because to them, they have the number. They have all it takes to remain in power for as long as they want. They do say that to themselves, and they are now saying it loud, openly. They feel so shortchanged. Everything that they have managed to structure in their favor is now being challenged, according to them. It's now being taken away from them systematically. And they blame themselves for it. They're like, it's our fault, If Tinubu continues like this, they were openly saying, oh, Tinubu is going to be an OTP, a one-term president. While the Southerners are saying, you try them, we will break up this Nigeria. So you see this imbalance. As this guy on Arise TV or Arise News, who was kind of like analyzing it, and to him, well, Nigeria is being restructured already. The kangaroo restructuring that some from the South believe that Tinubu is doing. So to them, they are like, Tinubu is their karma. So whatever it is that he's doing, as long as the Northern Nigeria is not happy, they are happy. And there are many people who feel that way. It is surreal. It is nonsense. But in his words, let me play that for you. Listen.
There are so many issues on this matter. The first foundation to lay is that Nigeria is not a united country, despite all the pretenses. We are not South since 1914. It has not changed. The North, at the flip of a switch, they are able to shout Northern interest. The Southerners are laid back, hoping that, oh, we are civilized. We don't want to talk about tribalism. Tribalism is at play. We are pretentious about this matter. Look, the North has taken us for a ride for too long. They foisted federal character on Nigeria over 40 years. They foisted quota system over Nigeria over 40 years. Have they benefited from it? Only the tiny clique in the North is holding the whole country to ransom. It's enough time for Nigeria to wake up. We are not together, North plus South. Now they are talking the elite, the few elite in the North. Like if the bottle is going to be removed from their mouths. That's what they are doing. They are shouting. They are forming a group now. Lead of Northern Democrats. The governor of Bauchi was talking. They won't be able to pay salaries again. They won't be able to do that. Look, the North has damaged Nigeria fundamentally with this attitude. Who are the Nigerians who are now japping now? They are Southerners. The South invested in education massively in the 50s and the 60s. The products now are being driven out of Nigeria. Can you find the Fulani man in London or in New York practicing medicine, practicing engineering? It's Yoruba, the Igbo, Southerner that are marginalized. It's time to call the bluff of the North. Not because we even support what Tinubu is doing, but we have to converse about Nigeria. Nigeria is not, we are pretentious. Let's go to the brass tacks. That's why we are calling for regionalization. The North is separate from the South. That's just the truth. That's just the truth, unless we are deceiving ourselves.
All right, Dr. Fakunda. It looks to me like a lot of people might consider your submissions a bit concerning, the way that you are addressing issues that have to do with the northern part of the country. When you say that we are different, does it appear to you that it might sound like you are trying to breed division? Does it appear to you like you are in a way sounding like Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the Conservative Party in the UK, who is of Nigerian parentage, and who says that, have got nothing in common with the North, and that they were even enemies, of where she comes from, which is